So let's try to add a performance test app to our repository. And to do that, we go to Actions and find the Create a New Performance Test app and run this workflow. We specify app1.performance test, publisher is Freddy, and I want to include sample code. I also want to include a sample BCPT suite. And then direct commit no. I want to see what this performance test app is before merging it in. Let's wait for the workflow to complete and inspect the pull request. And as we can see, the create new performance test app finished, and we click pull requests and can see that we have 22 files here, which is the BCPT test suite that we ship, and the BCPT suite .json, which is placed in the performance test folder, so next to the app.json folder. And this is what it takes to include a performance test in your repository. Let's go ahead and merge this pull request and see that it actually kicks off a commit. And let's wait for this commit to complete and see that it actually runs the performance tests. As we can see, the build step now completed, and we can click at the build step and try to see what actually happened here. As we can see, there's a published artifacts BCP test results. We're going to look at those in a moment. Let's look at the pipeline here. Look at resolving dependencies. We will see that it automatically detected that there is a dependency to the performance toolkit app, and thus it automatically adds that to the dependency tree and installs that. So not during the install apps, but during the install test toolkit, there you will see that the performance toolkit also gets installed. Under compiling test apps, we will see that both the normal test app, app1.test, and the app1.performance test is compiled. And then we'll see running tests here, normal tests, and then running BCPT tests, which will run this because it's stated in the BCPT suite.json for 5 minutes, these BCPT tests. So going up here, pressing summary, and now with everything complete, we can have a look at the artifacts published, and we'll see the BCPT test results. Like with the normal test results, there's no BCPT test viewer yet, so we'll only have the possibility to open the zip file here and have a look at the BCPT test results JSON, which is right here. And yeah, we'll see that the test results JSON file, we can have a look and inspect these the timings and stuff like that. We are working on a better way to compare and monitor these test results, but today you only have the JSON files, and you can grab those from various builds and monitor those in various tools. But we will be looking into ways of comparing, might be through Power BI and other things, to query the build results and actually show progress in BCPT tests over time much better. So that's it for adding BCPT tests to our repository. Well, now it's actually running with every single check-in, and we don't want that. What we want is we want to run BCP tests on test current and not on CI/CD, as it might take like minutes, or maybe if you want to run them for an hour, it's going to take a long time. So let's go to code here and see how we can run those for test current only. Let's click the ALGO settings, edit that, and here we will specify a setting called do not run BCP test true. So this makes sure that we don't run BCP tests in any workflows. Now going to test current, and then we'll specify this one, and we'll specify do not run BCP tests false in this repository. Commit changes, go to actions, and let's kick off the CI/CD workflow, and let's kick off a test current workflow, and let's wait until these two workflows complete. And we can see that the CI/CD completed. Looking at that, the BCP test results are not here, so it did not run BCP tests here. Looking at the test current, I think that one is probably done with most of this. Yep. And we should be able to see that it publishes artifacts for BCP test results. And it, in the run pipeline, we can see that it runs the BCP tests 3 times. Once for the normal US container, once for the German version, and once for the Danish version. So we'll see that it runs BCP tests in all 3 localizations when running here. So that's how you set up running BCP tests in test current and not in your CI/CD workflow.